All right, maybe I got you a little bit better angle here to watch me carve this a little bit. First though, let's talk about tools. What am I gonna carve it with? My favorite, I call this the leaf tool. I don't have very many of them. I looked to see if I could buy like a whole bunch of just the leaf tool, but you can't. You get a set of these from China and they have all 12 different ones. But you can really carve it with anything you like. Some people like this curved leaf tool. I've seen people use this to carve lines. It can be pretty good. A lot of times this will work really great. You get really thin lines with this, or you kind of pull this way and you can make it a little bit thicker. Some people just like to use like a needle tool kind of thing, and I'm down. You know, you wonder if sometimes these are out. You go, what the heck is this? This is actually really good for like a pencil to carve in some way. So look through some of the plastic ones too. You can find this one. I like it because it's like the more I press, the thicker the line gets. And I can also kind of push the line in rather than carve sometimes. All right. Let's go ahead and carve this a little bit. Let's see what it's looking like as far as it being bone dry or a little bit wet. If it's a little bit wet, you're gonna carve and you're gonna get boogers. That's the stuff you're carving out. It's gotta go somewhere. A lot of times it goes on here, so you carve a little bit and take it off. If you guys have done some carving on some of the other ones and carved it really when it's bone dry, sometimes you're carving and it just kind of turns to dust and fall away. The problem though with carving only when it's bone dry is you can even be carving around this and then one whole like little chip chunk comes off because it's so dry. All right. So you just have to work between, well, that's part of what this project is. You get a good feeling on when to carve and when not to. All right, let me try. I'm gonna try this line here and just see what I get. Notice I'm kind of pushing down and pulling. It helps. There's the boogers. So I'm a bit between bone dry and plastic. Look at that nice carved line. You see the boogies, but dang. I can even take the side of this. You see kind of a line there. There's kind of some boogies. That looks pretty nice, but then there's still some boogies inside. So all of it, you'll have to carve and then you go through again. It's like you're cleaning out all the lines. This one's working really good. Be careful on your edges to not clack this off. And just take your time. You really want all four sides to look the same. That's what's going to be so tight. Okay. Gosh, I like this. Dryness factor. It's working for me. All right. If you're carving through it and it's like mashed potatoes and it's all goopy, you got way too much water on there. If it gets too dry, like I said, spray the cardboard on both inside sides and set it on there. It'll soak up that moisture. Don't get it wet until you've carved it all, or else your marks from the orange pen or whatever color you get are all gonna get washed away, all right? And so what do we do from here? For you, the whole design would have been transferred. You'd come in and carve it nicely. I think it would be fun.